the DCC for Kuresoi North. I've been told to represent our county commissioner. I want to say that I want to appreciate the organizers of this seminar, our colleagues from Lithuania. You are welcome into this country. Feel free for the remaining days you'll be around here. The county government, we also appreciate you for what you have done. This has been a very informative session, and it will go a great deal in tackling the gender-based violence menace amongst us. What I should say briefly is that gender-based violence is an issue which requires us to work together, because all departments have some relation to this menace. For us in Gao, as disseminators of government policies and programs, rest assured that from here, the survivors will get a chance to report their cases, because those colleagues who are here, our colleagues, we are several of, I think every sub-county is represented here. Once we go back to our stations, we will create awareness fully to enable our survivors of gender-based violence to report. As the facilitators were taking us through, there was a question on inclusion of the police, because we were told that some 4 officers from the county government will have access to this data. I'm told we also have a technical team which is dealing with this system here. What I should urge them to do is, as you finalize your work, that bit of including the police, instead of including all the stations, you can start with the county security team first. You include it there, so that among the 4 who are receiving the reports, we have reports going to the county commissioner, the chairman of the security committee in the county, so that they can now share to the stations and to the sub-counties. I think that is very important to the technical team which is working. The other thing is that as we will be interacting with this system, I know we will know and have record on who leads in the cases. I come from Kuresoi North. Kuresoi North is famed to have the highest number and cases of development and rape in this county. But I want now, as we move forward, to know whether we really read or we are just given that number 1. From the records we will be getting from this system, I know we will know who leads, whether it's Kuresoi North or it is another sub-county. So I think that this system is so good because it assists us to know where the vice is prevalent. On the issue of the assistive devices, we are now going digital, and we are using the technology to have the reporting. We have been using the forms, the manual forms to fill. Several offices usually give the manual forms for people to fill, those who are people with a disability to fill. Now that this system is in place, I think it will be so easy for us to report. So I I think that this system is so good because of that. And finally, because I was not prepared for this. I think those are the only comments which I had on behalf of our county commissioner. Otherwise, all in all, I thank the organizers of this seminar. It's so nice because it has put us together as people dealing and managing gender-based violence. Otherwise, asanteni sana, nashukuru.
Lithuania Chamber of Commerce, right? Yes. No, Vilnius Chamber of Commerce, sorry, from Lithuania. Other partners present and all the invited guests. Good afternoon. Let me first start with introducing myself. My name is Ali Sabuki. I'm the Chief Officer for External Resource Mobilization, Partnerships and Linkages in Nakuru County. And today I'm happy that I'm part of launch of this system. Basically what I can say is that I have seen, I've heard, and I think I'm happy. I don't know whether the rest of us have the same sentiments, but for me, what we have seen today marks a special day where we will now be able to report the GBV cases within the system, and it will enable us follow up and be able to see how we can help the people who have been affected. So for me, I would say that data is very important for purposes of being able to come up with policies, strengthening the information that we have, because I believe for all of us to be able to allocate resources, then we need information, and that information comes from data. So for us to be able to make the informed decision, definitely we need the data. And I know from before what my colleagues here has been saying is that we are not able to get the correct data of the cases that we are handling, for example. But with this, I think we have moved 10 steps ahead. So I'd like to appreciate the team, Vilnius Chamber of Commerce, for enabling us to have this system and working with us this far. And from what I've heard, they'll still be with us for the next 2 years as we are working on that system. And like the director of ICT said, we'll be able to continuously make improvements on the system so that it can conform to our Kenyan standards and what we think will work for us. So the other thing I'd like to say is that for our partners, please continue working with us. As we normally say, everyone has unlimited ones, but the resources are not enough. And that's where you come in to enable us fill in the gap so that we can be able to, all of us, work for our people of Nakuru County. The other thing I'd like to say with regards to this, the web that we are looking at currently, the information system that is going to be launched in a few minutes, I'd like to request the ICT team to be able to link this particular site with our county website, so that once you visit our county website, we'll have a place whereby you can click and then it can redirect you here. Because everyone else might know the county website, but they might not be able to get hold of that address or the URL for you to be able to reach the system where you're going to report the cases or ask for the assistive devices. So I think I would request that from the ICT team. And I think the other thing I would like to say is that we ask all of us who are in the room here today to work together so that we can be able to ensure that the system is a success. And we are also asking all of us to give feedback. I know today we were not able to answer all the questions. We were not able to, get to know what each one of us thinks and how they want it done. But I think Madam Selina will take charge of ensuring that all the other unanswered questions reach her so that she's able to give feedback for everyone to know what is going on. So I think I'd like to stop there. Thank everyone for coming.
Since an ordeal happened in our Bunge la Mwananchi, we are located at Shabab area. near a hotel called Manyata ground. Now, the issue was that there are fishmongers there, women preparing fish there. At the same time, we have the members of the Bunge la Mwananchi, a group that I lead, where we fight for the rights of the people in the society. So a conflict arose, and in the process, we discovered that these ladies who are preparing fish came and poured some hot water on this gentleman wenye walikuwa wanachambua magazeti pale, and of course we made some efforts to ensure that the case had been reported. So our area of jurisdiction is of course Kaptembo police station. That's where the case was reported. But from the members of the public who are there, we could hear that these ladies were just dumping, saying that the policemen are their friends. Actually, after filling the P3 forms, we discovered that this police gave us space to see whether we could solve the conflict out of court. But it came to our realization that after agreeing with the perpetrators, up to now, it is 3 weeks. When this gentleman goes to them, they tell him off. During the ordeal, he lost a mobile phone, a bicycle, and he was also hurt. He has got some bodily harm. So my question is, how do we come out and help such like a person who was harmed, and the police gave us space so that we could solve the problem out of the court, but the outcome of everything seems to be violating somebody's rights? My last question, I'll be brief, is about both the people with the disabilities and even the GBV. I was asking whether, because I heard a madam saying that maybe yesterday they were somewhere in Elbagon, whether or not, besides such like a forum, whether you can visit us and enlighten more people whom we interact with on a daily